Hello students, welcome back to the online class of science. This is your Naima Miss back with water too little to waste. So in our last class we have learned about the sources of water. Yes, we have learned about sources of water. What are the sources of water and how much water is available for us to drink, and in that we have even learned contaminated and non-contaminated water. Yes, contaminated water. What is non-contaminated water? We have learned about mm, the treatment plants. We have learned about the organic, inorganic, organic, inorganic. Yes, waste. We have even learned about the different types of treatment methods. Yes, we have learned about the treatment methods or not? Yes, we have learned about the water treatment plants. Yes, we have learned about the water treatment plants. We have learned about all these things, right? And we have learned about the different types here, where we have learned about how we are removing the waste from this water. Okay, from the sewage water, from the contaminated water, all these waters, how we are removing the waste, we have learned about it. Yes, in which we have, in these methods we have learned about the bars. We are using bars, right? In one we are using tank, yes, to remove the water, that is removal, sand removal tank. And in some we are just learned about the clarified water. Yes, clarified water also we have learned, where we are taking out this sludge. Yes, and we have learned about the activated sludge also. Yes, we have learned about the activated sludge. All these things we have learned here in our previous class, right? So in today's class we are going to learn about the further things. What are those further things? We are going to learn about the further things, that is, we are going to learn about finding out what really happens to wastewater at the treatment plant. Okay, what happens really when there is undergoing a treatment of the water in the plants. Okay, plants means not those plants, वो नहीं, पेड़ नहीं, पेड़ plants नहीं, हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं मशीनरीज जो हम लोग यूज करते हैं डर्ट निकालने के लिए. Okay, machineries which we use to remove the dirt. एक तरह का organized रहता है, एक तरह का organized, like how I have shown the pictures in our previous classes. Organized रहता है, मतलब एक तरह की मशीन होती है जो एक फिक्स्ड होती है. तो वो मशीन में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, जिस गंदा पानी जो रहता है पूरा वेस्ट पानी इसमें डाल के उसको क्लीन करते हैं, क्लैरिफाइड वाटर निकालते हैं उसमें से. ओके, सो क्या होता है उसमें, व्हाट हैपेंस इन दैट, वो हम लोग यहाँ पे अभी देखेंगे. ओके, so what we are going to do is, we are just going to fill a jar, that is a glass jar. We are going to take a glass jar and we are going to fill up at least 1/4 of this jar with the water. Okay, 1/4 with, fill with water. Okay, we are going to fill the 1/4 of the jar with water. Then what we are going to do, we are going to add some of the dirty matter. Okay, some of the organic dirty matter we'll add into this. Okay, organic dirty matter we are going to add into this water. Okay, we are going to add into this water. Then we are going to this organic means it can be orange peel. Orange peel, we'll have oranges na peel left over रहता है ना, उसका छिलका जो बचा रहता है, we can add that. Or you can add grass pieces. Okay, all these things organic मतलब जो naturally available रहता, ठीक है, वो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, इसमें ऐड करेंगे. एंड सम अमाउंट ऑफ डिटर्जेंट भी ऐड करेंगे. डिटर्जेंट साबुन जो होता है, सर्फ रहता है, सो वी कैन ऐड दैट डिटर्जेंट और दी surf or soap, anything you can add. And few amount of what we will do, we'll add some ink. Okay, we'll add few drops of ink, or you can even add some color. Okay, you can add some color to this. Now what we are doing, we are just keeping the jar like that only. Okay, cap it. You have to take this everything in this jar. All these things we are placing in this jar. Now after placing it, we are just sealing it up with the cap. Okay, we are just sealing it up with the cap. So everything, the dirt particles, everything is present in this. We have added water, we have added organic dirty matter, we have added detergent, we have added the drops of ink or color into it. Now after 2 days, shake the mixture, nicely shake the mixture and pour a small sample into one test tube. Okay, what we'll do, we'll shake it nicely after 2 days and we will add it into the test tube. Little, some amount we will take into this test tube. This is after 2 days. Okay, after 2 days. Now, we will label this. Okay, after 2 days, we'll label this. And before treatment sample 1. How does it smell? We will check the smell also. We will check the smell. Smell also we will check. Now, what we'll do, we'll use an aerator from an aquarium to bubble air through the sample. Aerator means you all know na, aquarium. In aquarium you see there is a pump which gives the bubbles out of the pump. ओके जिसमें से सब बबल्स बाहर आते रहते, एक रहता जैसा ऐसा पंप रहता जिसमें से पूरे ऐसे इधर से ना बबल्स आते रहते पूरे. Okay, we will take that and we will aerate here. Okay, so allow some hours for this aeration. Leave the aerator attached overnight. Okay, we will leave the aerator for the overnight. We will leave this aerator for overnight. And if you do not have an aerator, you can even use a mechanical stirrer or mixture. Okay, you may have to stir it several times. If you are using a mixture, if you are taking and shaking it, you are mixing it, then you have to do it several times. Whereas if you place this aerator, it will be shaking itself. Okay, this actually works like a skimmer of waste water treatment plant. So why we are using aerator means aeration helps organisms to grow and break down waste particles faster. That leads to the biological process. Okay, why this aeration, why we are doing aeration means aeration helps in the development or the breakdown of the development and breakdown of the particles, which will lead to what? It will lead to biological process. Biological process means nothing but dividing and producing new cells, right? So the next day when the aeration is complete, pour the another sample in one more test tube. Take one more test tube and then add this sample. Okay, so this will be your third day after aeration. Okay, third day after aeration. I hope it is visible. Yeah, third day after aeration. So now we will label that also, okay, as a sample 2. Then fold a piece of filter paper to form a cone. Wet the paper then with the tap water and insert it in the cone into the funnel. Okay, then place a layer of sand, fine gravels and finally medium gravel in the funnel. That is an actual filtration. We are going to take the paper and we are going to filter the water. Okay, we are going to filter the water. Then this process is called as what? Physical process. What it is called? Physical process. That means we are using physical methods. We are using filter paper to filter the sand, water and other dust particles. Okay, so that process is called as physical process. So what it is called as, when we are using filter paper, then that is called as to remove the salt and all sand and other dust particles, and it is called as physical process. What it is called? It is called as physical process. Process. Okay, so now pour the sample of the filtered water into another test tube. Take one more test tube. Now again one more test tube and pour this in this test tube. Take this sample and this you can name it as third test tube, and this is your filtered sample. Okay, filtered sample. Now pour another sample of filtered water in the fourth test tube. Take one more test tube and add in this. What you're going to do in this, you're going to add the sample, little amount of sample. Okay, that is a filtered sample only. In one more test tube you're taking and you are adding that, and add a small amount of chlorine to this. What you're adding? You're adding chlorine. Okay, chlorine is used for treating the water, that is they clean the water with this. Okay, so you add this, and this process is called as what? Chemical process. Why chemical process? Because we are using the chemical here. Yes, we are using the chemical chlorine here. Here we are using filter paper. In biological process we are using aerator, and here we are using, in physical process we are using filter paper, and in chemical process we are using chemical, that is nothing but chlorine. Okay, so what we are going to observe, we will observe that the water is cleaned. Okay, so diseases caused by this untreated water, if the wastewater is not treated and allowed to pass as such into our resources, it becomes a cause of large number of diseases. Okay, if the water is not processed, if it is not treated, then it will lead to, untreated water will give you lot of, what it will give you, lot of diseases. Okay, so that it is very must to treat the water and send to our houses. Yes, like so much diseases, like the you can say diarrhea, typhoid, malaria, all these things, n number of diseases will come, right? So with this I complete the topic here. I stop the video here. Children, when you're writing your homework, just don't write like this. Simply what you'll do, you'll just stop the video, you'll copy everything and send me. No, not like that. Write stepwise. Like if I have explained the physical process, write about the physical process, then add down, write about the chemical process, then write after that whatever I said about the untreated water, like that. Step by step you have to write and submit me. What you do is exactly whatever is there on the board, you'll copy and you'll send me. That is your homework completed. I don't want that. Please, first, I will come to know today whether you are watching the whole video and writing, or simply you are just copying the papers like that and sending me. Okay? Thank you for watching.